Jimmy Carter. He was the 39th United States President. He was born in Plains, Georgia, United States, on October 1, 1924. His father's name was James Earl Carter Sr. and mother's name was Lily Ann Gordy Carter. His father was a farmer, legislator, and grocer. His mother was a nurse and politician. As a child, he used to work in the fields to make the ends meet for his family. After attending public schools in Plains, Georgia, he studied at the Georgia Institute of Technology before being inducted into the United States Naval Academy in 1943, from where he graduated in 1946. He was subsequently enlisted in the American Navy. He married Eleanor Rosalynn Smith in 1946, and they have 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. After he was made a junior officer with the Navy, he qualified for commanding a diesel-electric submarine and applied for the United States Navy's fledgling nuclear submarine program, run by the then-Captain Hyman G. Rickover, who had a great influence on him. Later, he went on to study nuclear physics and was elected as a mechanical engineering officer on one of the first atomic submarines. However, following the death of his father, he was required to run the family business and was discharged from the Navy on October 9, 1953. Thereafter, he returned to Georgia to help his family run their business and eventually expanded the peanut business, which stabilized his finances and eventually made him wealthy. He started his political career by serving as a member of various local bodies, boards, schools, hospitals, etc. From 1961 to 1966, he represented the 14th District of Georgia in the State Senate of Georgia. In 1966, he decided not to seek re-election to the State Senate as he wanted to contest the gubernatorial election. He contested the Georgia gubernatorial election in 1966 and lost but became successful in the election of 1970. He became the governor of Georgia on January 12, 1971, and held this post until January 14, 1975. In the 1976 presidential elections, he stood against the then-president, Gerald Ford. Carter won the presidential election on November 2, 1976 with a narrow margin. He served as the President of the United States from January 20, 1977 to January 20, 1981. His term witnessed several significant decisions including the Panama Canal Treaties, Treaty of Peace between Egypt and Israel, SALT II Treaty with the Soviet Union, and the establishment of diplomatic relations with China. He quit office after losing to Ronald Reagan, following which he retired to Plains in Georgia. Other than being an important figure in Habitat for Humanity, he was involved in diplomatic endeavors to forge peace agreement with North Korea. He was the proud recipient of Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. We must adjust to changing times and still hold to unchanging principles, said Jimmy Carter.